when I could say like one of them ones was like Dave East at that time.
You take. Go ahead. Yeah. No, facts.
Yo, at that time, Dave East was kind of considered as one of the lyricists in the game.
Right.
He was Nas's boy.
Right, bro. I believe he just got the.
He had the little deal with whoever, Bel Air or whoever it was. Niggas was saying he was one of them spitters. So when we were in the lab, you feel me? This is one of them ones where we sitting right here, like we talking. Hey, not that beat. Put that. We came to the same beat. All right, bet. Yeah, you fuck with this. All right, cool. And you know how I get. He's sitting over there. We hitting the weed, shit. We chilling. All the cameras and stuff is happening. He go first. All right, bet. You go first. All right, that gives me an extra 10, 15 minutes to even further my shit. You get what I'm saying? All right, cool. I hear him go. Woo. Okay, bet. We only got a hook yet. You know what I mean? He coming with da-da-da-da. Coming with his shit. Bet. He come out. We listening to it like, yeah, that shit fire. That shit bet. All right, cool. All right, you ready to go? Bet. Go inside, and no pen, no.
Right.
I ain't write it down. I wasn't in the Super Saiyan. Hey, get the rap of that shit, nigga. Come out. The room is in there like, ugh, like that's fire. And I could see it on his face that he respected it. He wasn't expecting it to be like, maybe you should have came a slight bit harder.
Right.
It made a nigga think that way on his end, like, maybe I should go a slight, I could have, but ain't no way you about to get back up and go back in the booth and re-rap your shit after I just came out and cook that motherfucker like that, you know. But one of them ones where I'm like, put me on record with whoever. Put me on record with the top nigga rapping, whoever it is, bro. Like, I really feel like that. The versatility that I've been able to, obtain and really craft and know my, just knowing myself, musically. I don't really feel like there's anybody that makes music that I can just not get on wax with. Like, yeah.
Dude, when you get these features, bro, are they like agreeing that they're gonna promote it or anything like that? Or
so that's
these bigger name features.
This is what I like to tell this to guys, because whether or not niggas recognize it or not, I influenced a lot of niggas' behaviors. When it comes to when we came out and we was making our promos and we was pushing, and the way we was doing, niggas wasn't really animating their covers and shit the way they do before we came and made that crazy push that niggas was seeing, the countdowns and all of the shit. You get what I'm saying? So, what was the question? So when we get to, you said when I get to the features,
right?
What?
So pretty much when you
the agreement. Okay,
yeah, like are you
so how
agreeing with it?
When it goes to that, right? I like to tell the guys that's going in and making their push and trying to be the guy and get to the next level, right? When you go and do these features where we fucked up in certain aspects, is that we're doing business like we're in the street. You get what I'm saying? I take a nigga word for it, we shake on it, and that should be good enough. Business-wise, you need contracts, you need it in writing, you need your agreements in writing, you need everything in writing. Because if you don't, what happens is, take for instance, like I'll say Tory Lanez, right? Records fire. Shit went crazy. We linked with Dog. We did it there. You know, it was all there. Boom. But we paid Dog. You know, up front. I bet, da. So when it comes time, he's a signed artist, though. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So how these artists do is they'll go on a tour. If they're a signed artist, the label's gonna send them on a tour. They want to recoup that money, all the state. So the show money and everything that's involved with that ain't the artist's money. How do you think they're making their side money? I'm in Seattle. I'm doing features for $1,500 to $2,500, depending on your relationship with somebody I know. You get 10 niggas to come in here. You do 10 features. You just cleaned up whatever you cleaned up. $10, $20, $30, $40,000. That's not the label money. Tory gets the, you know what I mean? Not to put his name as it, but artists. That's the money that niggas is boom. Or he done took his mans with him on tour and he ain't got a lot of money. Hey bro, if you know a nigga in Seattle, go ahead and fish that out. Tell him it's 5 bands, you keep 2, give me 3, and we'll call it good. And that's how niggas was moving. So then you get a record with this nigga, you know, a signed artist, a nigga Tory, and when it's time to release the record on mainstream media, it gets blocked. And it's like, we like, why are you blocking me? And the label's like, nigga, you didn't pay us to release this. He got an album about to come out. We can't compromise his album by you putting out something that may or may not hit, may or not be good. And you didn't get it cleared through the label. So now you stuck with this record that you can't even sell on mainstream media. You can't put it on the radio. You can't sell it because it was never cleared by who it needed to be cleared by. You just took a nigga's word for it that, hey, I'll give you this feature, and that's how the niggas was doing. Get everything in writing. Because
that's multiple.
That's multiple. That happened with
Davies.
That happened with. No. I'm gonna keep it 100. The Davies situation was on some more so like real nigga shit. You feel me? We the guy. We. I'm not gonna say the guys, but we're a name around the city at this time. Davies, they got Davies and these niggas at Studio 7 doing a show in the hood. And niggas was feeling some type of energy. So phone rings go around. One of the bros is connected to one of his mans. We pull up over there. When we pull up over there, niggas is like, all right, cool, let's link. Some phone calls get exchanged. They like, these niggas is solid. So niggas is like, bet, what we on? We got a studio over here that we be at. Come pull up to the studio. All right, bet. That's how the whole entire situation naturally took place. So, you know, that's why it is a genuine record. It feels genuine. It sounds genuine. You get what I'm saying? We got to actually vibe and sit and chill and come up with the idea. So that situation was different. But when it came to afterwards, there was just things on our end. I'll say the team's end. Business-wise, where niggas didn't cross the T's or dot the I's. Niggas tried to approach it as street business, to where it's, I'll take your word for it, and that's good enough. And we gonna keep it 100. You take my number, I take your number, we gonna keep in contact. So, situation takes place with that, where, you know, growth is important when you trying to step into the music business, because what took place was after that record, it was set up perfectly. We did the Lil Baby record first, and then followed up with the Davies record. At the time, we weren't even hip to who Lil Baby was. And I'll tell you the story how that happened after, but so it was lining up perfect because I got these 2 records. We just did the videos. It's on World Star, does 1 million. The numbers, the followers, the shit's adding up. And now South by Southwest is in Houston. I'm close enough to get to Lil Baby, and Davies is a featured act in South by Southwest. We slide. We doing our own promotion. No piggybacking, but we trying to line it up. Hey, we in the same place, let's get the video done. And some words between his management and my management took place, and you know, certain people felt disrespected by certain actions. And after that, Dave East comes out with an interview. It was a Murder Moot podcast show. And they asked this nigga, you've been on tour, you've been doing a lot of music, you've been doing a lot of things. What stands out to you so far? This nigga says, there was this cat in Seattle. I don't remember the dude's name, but he was fire. You know my name, nigga. Like, you know what's happening. Yeah. And that's how it transpired. When niggas saw that, we knew it was like, all right, we're not getting this video, the real video, because we did it in studio video, but we needed the real official video. Right. So in that process, you know, we was trying to get that. We had a link on, you know, Lil Baby's people. Certain things took place in that. Get everything in writing. Get everything in writing. But there was things that took place that made that not transpire, you know, as well.
It's supposed to be.
Right, one after another. And a lot of it is just trying to, we were learning the business, the music business, how niggas really do things. And we kept running into that, G. One of the only niggas that kept it solid all the way was Ty Dolla. Ty Dolla, Cassidy, we kept it 100. And all the other features, like, there was only like one or two that we was really there, like, together. Like, I was there, me and Ty Dolla recorded that there. But even that record, I was trying, you know how stubborn I could be with my music. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to be open to suggestions like, all right, if me doing it this way wasn't working for this long, let me take some input from the guys. And then we get the song that we get with Ty Dolla that goes against my better judgment of what I wanted to do, but it's a good record. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? He kept it 100 though. We sat and talked and chopped it up, and some real game he gave me was like, yo, he was like, I was just making music. He was like, and Tooted and Booted got hot. He was like, years later though. And he was like, bro, before it got hot, I was just doing what I could do. And he was like, once that hit, and then I fed the streets what hit, then he was showing me his catalog at the time, like songs that came out later that was like hits. I got to hear them on his tour bus. You feel me? Like, before he even got to releasing this shit. Mm-hmm. So, and that's always stuck with me. Like, just because you put a record out right now and expect it to be this grand record, sometimes it don't pick up traction. It's a real slow snowball effect. Mm-hmm. And by the time it gets big enough, nigga, it might be years down the road. You might, nowadays, there's TikToks and shit that's revamping niggas' popularity just because it stuck to something. So, you know, that was dope of him. But yeah, man, other guys, it was just, we was running into that, bro. I tell niggas that I talk to all the time, get everything you do in writing. I don't give a fuck who it is, how big the artist is, if it's just beats, whatever it is, get it in writing, because a nigga's word don't really stand for too much these days. You know what I mean?
Facts.